So in this video, we have Lisa, I don't know how to pronounce her name,
Gniady.
Gniady, and
Like
she's
lady
gonna,
with GN, you know,
lady,
Lady Gniady, so that way.
okay. Um, Lisa Gniady, and she's gonna show us 5 breathing techniques that could quickly calm us down from stress and anxiety. Now, Lisa, why is it that breath work is one of the fastest ways to do that?
Okay, well, we use our breath to connect back to energy, connect back to source. If you go through any type of yoga exercise, back to Tai Chi, all of the ancients talk about Chi, the energy, the prana that lies within us. So what is prana? Prana is breath. And so we can use our breath to either energize us or calm us down. It's like your energy pump in a way. And so when you have a tendency to not be able to function, we have to go back to the fuel that actually allows us to move forward in life. So as you use your breath, you can actually bring fresh oxygenated air into your body to help stimulate the brain, the nervous system, and bring you to a place of either ease or energy. So, I use the breath all the time, and I use it with my clients. And so if you need to calm down, it's a matter of literally just stopping yourself and using the breath as the interrupter for the thoughts. So you're having this looping going on in your mind. Oh my God, I have to do this, I have to do that. Inhale, exhale. Okay, now I could think clearer. The fresh blood runs to the brain, so now I could think much more clear about what I need to do. You'll notice when you're stressed, immediately you stop breathing.
Yeah, it's very shallow.
You just
It's like, oh
stop.
my God.
People hold their breath. It's like, yes, oh my God. And then you stop breathing, and then you can't think because the oxygen's not flowing through your system. So
Yeah.
if you can learn to use techniques for the breath in order to help you, it can actually shift your mood. It can shift your energy. It can make you more awake.
And it's instant.
You can
Ish.
instantly make a shift with one breath. Like I tell a lot of my students, I say, if you're stressed and you don't have time for meditation,
Yeah.
inhale, exhale, and you move on with your day. And it's wonderful. That's enough to cut the frazzled anxiety things that come in.
Yeah.
Is it going to make you better instantly? No. Will it shift you instantly? Yes. But if you continue with the breathing for a shorter period, a minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, you will then begin to see the profound effects. Using sound and breath together are extremely powerful, but we're focusing on breath now, so we're not going there. So it's definitely, when you learn to use your breath as your gift, we assume our breath is automatic. It just happens. You don't even think about it. You breathe. But we can control the breath. It's called pranayama. And when you shift your breath with your conscious mind, it can actually shift the energy within your physical form. If that helps to explain it.
No, well said. Well said. Couldn't have said it any better. And I guess the big thing is for people to remind themselves while they're in, fight or flight mode, because the last thing on your mind is, okay, I'm going to slow down.
That's why I use the one conscious breath. It's like, it is the key. Would you like to try one with me right now? All you need to do is take a deep inhale, slowly, and then slowly exhale through the mouth. Really helps. And you could feel instantly a shift, that you feel a little bit more relaxed. But what happens a lot of times for people is you chest breathe. You're inhaling from here and you can't get a full breath, okay? So we want to try to breathe from down in our diaphragm. So you're inhaling from the lower part, inhaling like a wave. And even if you take your hands and you could actually move them with you, it's like your body, you're moving through your energy field of the external form as you breathe. So if you inhale through the nose and then exhale through the mouth, you could really begin to feel how you can shift your energy field. And coming from the lower part to the upper, what happens is when you start from up here, your breath is shorter. It's like, okay, I'm going to inhale and it's 3 breaths. It's 3 seconds and you can't get anywhere and you get stuck. But if you begin down below, it's like a wave and you can actually get a nice deep inhale. Because when you're under stress, you'll notice that your breath is shorter.
Mm-hmm.
And so we're trying to elongate the breath to help calm down our system. Does that help to explain it at all?
Yes.
So viewing your body like a wave, beginning at the belly, there's something called diaphragmatic breathing where you can breathe just from the belly, where you blow out your belly like a balloon and then pull it back in. So where you inhaling, expand the belly out, and then you exhale and you pull the belly in, back, and up towards the spine. Inhaling, fill the belly. Exhaling, pulling the belly in, back, and up towards the spine. And then you could begin to move it. You can actually take your hands onto your rib cage. And as you inhale, you're expanding the belly and you're expanding the rib cage. You could feel the ribs expanding. And then as you exhale, the ribs come closer together and the belly pulls in, back, and up. So inhaling, filling the belly, expanding the rib cage. And then exhaling, contracting the rib cage and pulling the belly in, back, and up. And then the final part is expanding the belly, expanding the rib cage all the way up to the collarbones. And you can feel the clavicle spreading. And then as you exhale, you can keep the chest lifted, but then you begin to feel the ribs coming together and the belly pull in, back, and up. And you become this wave of the breath. Inhaling, belly, rib cage, chest. Exhaling, rib cage and belly. And if you begin to pay attention to your fingertips, you'll notice that there's a softness that comes in your hands. Even just by relaxing the palms of your hands, you begin to feel more relaxed. So if your hands are relaxed onto your legs, as you do this breath, you begin to soften all parts of you. Because what happens when we're stressed or in this fight or flight, we immediately tighten. We make fists, we tighten, our neck gets stressed, we're like this, and it's like you can't breathe because you're all tight. So one of the things I really like to teach people is to sort of, shake and move and like loosen up the body, then take the breath. And then it's really hard to get breath to move through something that's stuck. When you're that tight, it's like you're fighting yourself. So it's about trying to learn to soften the body first. So another technique that I love to use for breathing is something called Sitali breathing. And, being a yoga teacher, this is what I tell my students quite often. I mean, we all have stressful times, Oh no, I'm doing a live video. I have to calm myself before going on live. And so there's different techniques you could do to actually help to relax and calm the nervous system. Now, one of them is Sitali breathing. It's going to look a little bit funny, but you're going to take your tongue and you're going to curl it into a U shape like this, okay? And you're going to inhale over the tongue and then out through the nose. So it's going to look like this. It's exhale through the nose. Inhale through curled tongue. Exhale through the nose. And when you do this, you'll feel this cooling sensation coming over the tongue. Did you feel that, Bev, at all?
Yeah, but I couldn't get my tongue out. Like yours looked like a perfect U. Mine just looks jumbled.
Some people actually anatomically cannot curl their tongue. They just can't. It's anatomically impossible. So what do you do if you're one of those people? You just stick your tongue out.
Okay.
And you breathe over the tongue. And eventually, if it's not an anatomical thing, you will be able to get there. But don't allow the tongue and not being able to do it to add stress, which is what some people do. I can't do it. And then it stresses them out. So the whole point is to work with the breath. So if you can't do it, you modify in the best way that you can. Okay. But what happens is that cooling that you get when you breathe in, okay, it actually brings that coolness into your body. What happens when you're stressed? You're hot, right? You're like on fire. Oh my God, I have to
Mm.
cool myself down. So this is known as a cooling breath. It's actually a really good breath to use if you have a fever. It can help reduce the fever.
Ooh, okay.
A really nice thing to use it for is in the morning, you could start your day 26 breaths, 26 of these to just kind of set you in the mode of relaxation to move into your day. And then if you need to get the stress off of you at the end of the day, same thing. You could do that same breath at the end of the day to help calm you down, to help you assist you with sleeping. So that is definitely one of go-tos for, it's like, oh no, really stressed. And you could do it at work, assuming you're not working remotely these days. But if you're doing, you're stressed, things are going on at work, you go to the bathroom. You could go into
Mhm.
the stall in the bathroom and do a few breaths, and it's enough to help bring you to a place of a little bit more relaxation.
Oh,
So another technique that I like to use a lot is something called left nostril breathing. And this one, like if you're driving, let's say you have an interview, or you have some really stressful, you're going to be doing something, you're going to be going live, you could do this. It's so, so simple. Doing it for like a minute. I mean, 3 minutes is ideal, but a minute where you just take your hands and you make it like sort of like a knife, and you have your thumb, take your thumb and you block your right nostril.
oh,
You always, by the way, want to have your spine as straight as possible. Okay. And your chest
oh,
lifted,
oh,
because when you're kind of slouching, then you can't breathe. You're actually constricting the diaphragm.
right.
So if you want to lift your body up, allow the shoulders to roll down the back, sitting up nice and tall, feeling the head moving upwards, and your fingers are up blocking your nose.
My right nostril, right?
Right nostril, your eyes are closed, and you want to kind of look up gently right in the brow point in between your eyebrows.
Okay.
That gives you a focus point. And then from here, you inhale just through the left nostril. And then exhale through the left nostril. Make sure you're relaxing your shoulders as you do this. Don't strain as you inhale. So inhaling and exhaling. And inhaling, exhaling. And you could slowly keep your eyes closed and just let your hand relax down. And see if you can you feel that slight energetic shift that took place just by those few breaths?
Slightly, except it was a little bit difficult because my nose is kind of
Congested.
clogged. Yeah.
So that is a problem. What you will know is your breath switches nostril every few hours. Or actually, I'm sorry, I think it's every like 20 minutes or so. So sometimes, and I think we spoke about this earlier, if you want to unclog that one side of your nostril, if you lay on the side,
Yep.
so
It'll
your left
go.
nostril is
Yeah.
blocked, you lay on the right side and it will help drain the left nostril. So you can then begin to relax. So you may notice it's really a very good thing to pay attention to is which nostril are you predominantly breathing out now?
Oh, good question.
We all have one that's dominating at every specific time. So we just did a breath pattern, but if you did it prior to the breath pattern, yeah, like for me right now, my left nostril is the predominant nostril, and it's because we just cleared it.
Mine's the right.
Yours is the right.
Yeah.
Okay. So the right nostril has to do with sun energy. It has to do with more of the masculine type energy. The one that's got more energizing, more stress response would be with the right nostril. The left nostril is more connected to the moon, and it's more relaxing, more the feminine qualities. So when you're trying to bring
Mm,
in that relaxation, that's why we bring through the left nostril. So
okay. But if you do it, if you try that the other way, the effects will be the same.
if you breathe through the other nostril, it'll be more energizing. Right
Okay.
nostril. So you block your left nostril and breathe through the right.
Okay.
This one I really like, because when we use the breath and understand that the breath is sort of like a wave that can help shift everything that we're going through. When you hold it and you change the patterning of it, it actually changes what's going on within you. All right. If you hold your breath, you will tense out. Okay. So apologies for the dog, but it's called life. Okay. So This one, you take your hands like this and you bring your hands up with the thumb. All right. Eyes, when you have a focal point and you focus on a spot, you can keep them close to you so your arms don't get stressed out. And you're going to inhale through the nose, exhale through the lips, inhale through the lips, and exhale through the nose. So we'll do that again. Inhale through the nose, exhale through the lips, inhale through the lips, and exhale through the nose. And then you can let your hands relax down, keep your eyes closed. And again, just see if you feel that slight shift that takes place just by focusing on the breath. And then you can inhale and open your eyes. You felt that one more, I can tell.
Yeah, yeah. And what's the reasoning behind?
These are mudras, okay? And these are like hand positions. There's tons of different hand positions that affect the nervous system differently. This is one, I honestly don't know the energetics behind why you do it. I can tell you that this is your thumb, and the thumb represents the ego. So when you bring your thumb from your right side and your left side together, you're balancing out the masculine and the feminine energies within us, okay? And so you're merging it. But having it facing upwards, it's almost about neutralizing your ego, okay? But these are your other fingers, and we'll go into another meditation and I'll say how these all work. But we were kind of letting go of these and not focusing on them and trying to neutralize the ego with the breath.
I like that. Okay.
So, because sometimes, honestly, it's the thoughts, the ego that actually causes the stress to begin with.
Yeah.
It's like that ego mind. It's like, okay, that's where the stress comes from. I'm right. You're wrong, Bev. You know, that
Yeah, exactly.
So this next one, you're going to be just looking down and focusing at the tip of the nose. So this actually brings your energy sort of more downwards, okay, versus elevating. And when you're trying to calm yourself, looking down is actually something that can help you. Looking up energizes you even more, right? So we bring our 5 fingers together. The pinky is the representation, well, I'll start at the thumb. That's the earth energy, and that's ego. Then we have this finger, which is your Jupiter finger, and that's for expansion, okay? And that has to do with the water element. Then you have your patience finger in the middle, and that's your fire element. Then you have your pinky, which has to do with vitality, and that would be your air. And then your pinky, I'm sorry, that was your ring finger, is vitality and air. And then the pinky has to do with communication, and that has to do with the ether element. So when you bring your hands together, and you may notice a lot of people have a tendency when they're stressed or arguing or fighting, they actually put themselves in this position and don't even realize it. The reason is you are balancing your elements in your body. So just by like take them apart and then put them together, can you feel the difference just by touching? It helps to balance out the hemispheres of the brain, bringing your right and left sides together. There's like a huge shift just by connecting the tips of the fingertips together. So in this one, you're looking down at the tip of your nose, and your
Eyes open?
Your eyes are like open, but like really tiny.
Okay.
So you're just like, you can see, but you can't see much, right? So you're looking down, and you're inhaling through the nose. And then you're exhaling through pursed lips 8 times. Inhale through the nose. Exhaling through pursed lips. Inhaling through the nose. Exhaling pursed lips. And inhale deep. Hold, press those fingers together. And exhale, you can relax the breath, relax the hands down, keep the eyes closed, and just sit for a moment and feel the effects for this brief breath meditation. And then you can slowly open your eyes. So each one of these meditations affect you differently. There's some that you're going to be more drawn to, and others you're like, I can't be bothered with, right? They're
Mhm.
all good. Sometimes the ones you can't be bothered with are the ones you need. But
Good point.
they're, you know, and when you're under stress, what do? You go to the first one that pops into your mind. Okay. Because when you're stressed out, it's like, oh no, what do I do? What do I do? You have to grab the tool that's going to be there for you to be able to help you not stress about which one you should be doing. You
Mhm.
know, there are thousands. And, you know, and when in doubt, breathe.
Yeah.
Yeah, just remember to breathe. Oh, I'm not breathing. Here we go. Inhale and exhale. And I'll tell you, when you bring the hands in, it really shifts things.
Thank you for that.
Oh,
Bringing in and out.
yes, because you know, it's like you're actually clearing your energy field. I teach something that I personally call energy field yoga. Okay. So when you move and when you breathe, I use the hands a lot. And because I just said something mean about you, or I had a negative thought about you, it's stuck on your work field. So when
Mhm.
you do this, you're actually giving yourself an energy bath at the same time.
Well, thank you, Lisa, for those practical tips. If you want to know more about what she's up to, which is a lot of neat stuff, go to her Facebook um, page, right? It's a Facebook page, Lisa Gniady. I'll
Lisa, yeah.
Okay, well, I'll put that link down there. Yeah, check her out. Be sure to check her out and her YouTube channel.
Yes, I do have some meditations on my YouTube channel at Lisa Gniady. I think it's just YouTube under Lisa Gniady, and my website will be out in my updated website will be out in 3 weeks, which is lisagniady.com.
Perfect. Thank you.
Thank you so much for having me on.